head feels like a bunch of monkeys fighting over a bucket of marbles.
My mental struggles while debating movie rankings on Sincast somehow makes its way into this episode. Rather than panic, Cheryl managed to retrieve an air horn and mace from her bag, while keeping a level enough head to converse with the assailants. The show will go back to having Cheryl be an oblivious idiot after this impressive display, and that is not okay. Also, pop quiz. Is Cheryl A, singing, B, about to sneeze, C, prepping for a pizza slice, or D, screaming for her life? The correct answer is A, B, or C, as there is no way that is an accurate depiction of screaming for your fucking life.
Like the time her ocelot was sick?
Bullshit. Owning an ocelot in New York City is totally illegal. Also illegal, puppet shows. Weird, right?
I swear to God I'm blind!
Although you seem to be able to keep your eyes open wide even after having them doused with mace.
The boss is waiting! We don't need her!
But do you need a witness to your crime? One who can identify the van, possibly the license plate, and the escape route? Because that is what you have leaving Cheryl behind. Who the fuck is this guy? I mean, the animators took the time to draw him and have him walk up behind Cheryl and we never see him again. Now we'll spend the rest of the episode creating a dramatic backstory for Austin, who forever regrets pretending to drop his smartphone so he could avoid being named as a witness in the police report. If his family finds out he is in New York, they'll want him to stop by the M&M store, and that place is filled with cheap chocolate and wasted dreams.
Though this is a way better excuse than the train dwarf, which, ugh.
Wow, and people think I'm an asshole.
My last name isn't Gimple like it says on my W-4.
This ends up being a fun reveal that Cheryl is ridiculously rich, but as paranoid and money-hungry as Mallory is, not to mention this is supposed to be a top-notch spy agency, how has this identity cover-up not been revealed before now?
Apparently slavery was pretty awesome.
Prove it.
What's to prove? It's free labor.
Jesus.
You guys, I'm kind of freaking out. Do you mind if I glue up?
It's your house.
It's totally within Cheryl's character, but drinking glue was a sin, right? Oh, f*** you, Family Feud.
I am literally wet with jealousy.
Lana's just a cartoon, Lana's just a cartoon, Lana's just a cartoon.
You gotta get some tree branches or a tire swing or something in there because he is desperate for stuff to play with.
Does Archer have actual concern for the ocelot? I feel like we come for Cheryl's surprise reveal, but we leave with the knowledge that the writers had no fucking clue what to do with Archer in this episode, so they had him love a cat. Hardwood floors and a wildcat with claws? This is absolutely a sin. So I guess this light is green because this car goes through, but then why would this light appear red? And why is this car suddenly moving through when no light has changed? Is this how New York intersections work? No, this is how lazy animation works.
Safety's off, Barn.
Perhaps take partial responsibility here, considering you handed it to him that way.
Worst nightmare.
Great. 1 sec.
What are you doing?
I'll tell you what I'm not doing, Lana, is negotiating with a goddamn cyborg.
It's just a voice modulator.
Robotic voice modulation would not only be covered in Spy 101, it would be a very common audio experience during any negotiation. There is zero chance Archer would believe a cyborg was on the line, and that's a shame because it sounds like it could be a really fun plot. Also, why do they need so many fucking maps in a room with floor-to-ceiling monitors that can easily show a map and zoom in on any part of the world? This episode released in motherfucking 2011. Are they seriously saying they still buy into this whole dial tone sounds after you hang up bullshit? With this equipment and a cell phone?
You idiots! This isn't Cheryl Tunt!
A team of masked men were sent to retrieve Cheryl Tunt, and nobody knew what she looked like. Nobody on the retrieval team had any sort of visual aid to help them differentiate Cheryl from any woman in all of New York.
That's what I've been trying to tell ya. Between this little gal's love taps. Seriously. Maybe see if your daddy'll give you a roll of nickels.
A few Archer episodes have passed without a sin removal for the awesomeness that is Pam, so I'll just take care of that now.
How do you think I paid for college?
Does this flashback assume that Pam kept her earrings on while she was whipping ass? Who wears earrings during a fight? That is a low liability. A low-ability, I say. Also, why isn't Pam shirtless? Later, she strips off her top to attack old lady Archer, indicating that when that goes down, she is shirtless. So we should be seeing blurred out Pam nipples right now. Which reminds me that nipple inequality on screen is just a bunch of bull. Free the nipple.
IRS? Jesus, how many Irish gangs are there?
I know Cheryl is supposed to be an idiot, but she's also rich, so she knows exactly who the IRS is. I can't say that with a straight face. Archer and Ray are the kind of people who can hear a cat licking their ass from across the house, but can't hear an engine or the sound of metal scraping metal from a few feet away. I hate those kind of people.
Basement kidnapped herself.
No, I didn't.
Oh, even for you.
Considering everyone will find out shortly the threat is real, why is the scene? Or show has time for this, you pick this time.
Drop your weapons, or she dies!
Oh, seriously?
I get that Pam is upset, but this part really has nothing to do with her. They have two assets they're trying to protect, and their training would not have them immediately put their guns down once threatened. Everyone important survives this.
Shut up! That vest is bulletproof!
How would he even hear Cheryl screaming over all the gunfire? Jesus, Archer's got some very selective hearing in this episode.
Archer's fault.
Shut up.
You shut up! Mr. Pam's not worth it!
How does she know what he said when he said the phrase in question earlier?
Lana, it's not worth it. It's just Pam.
He had the kidnappers on mute, so Pam wouldn't have heard anything.
Then you stupid a-holes shoot a jillion stupid a-hole bullets at me!
But the bullets graduated from the Zorg School of Convenient Target Discovery. No one was ever in real danger, Pam. Jeez. Old English font.
Nope.
My thoughts exactly. Nope on this episode for reminding me of my hatred for animated button madness. Do you know how many times Cheryl's buttons have moved on her shirt? When the episode first started, there was no upper button. Then we see what I assume was the correct placement for her buttons, which was on her right side. I could let that go until they flipped to her left side moments later, then back to her right side. Suddenly, they migrate up her shirt, then back down her shirt, and all the way up to her neck by her collar. Poof! The top button goes invisible, but moments later, reappears. Now the animators give zero because there are buttons on both sides of her shirt, which is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Back to the top, missing altogether, and finally we end the episode with the buttons clearly on the opposite side of her goddamn bubblegum pink petto fucking shirt.
Buttonbeard, the pirate? Yep. He had buttons for beards!
Well, I killed all the old merch in a ritualistic bonfire, and from the ashes rose a new merch enterprise. Grab a cloaca, cast a stone, or do the cliche fan thing and sip yummy out of a sexy mug. Enter code DING for a discount because you are amazing fans and we appreciate you. Now, off and go get your sweet new swag. Link below or find our store at cinemasins.com.
Then he's all like, you gotta go before my roommate gets home, and I'm like,
And yada, 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 I'm really tired today.
What do you think she was tired from?
Well, obviously the yada, yada.
First get Pam back, and bring me some stuff to do.
I want some ice cream.
And will somebody answer the damn phone for once in their life?
Looking your way, Brett.
You! I'm f***ing dying here!
260, 280, and Jackson makes 3.
Gee, I'm real sorry your mom blew up, Ricky.
So?
You're not listening to me. That's because you're crazy.
This is Agent Lana Kane, and you are?
You listen, you little You hang up on me again, I'll gut you like a fish.
I didn't kidnap myself, he did!
You disappeared, okay? One minute you were there, the next minute you were gone. Did you run through the woods?
Relax, they can't risk killing Carol.
I don't think that's correct.